Hey family. I'm sorry. I was just taking a walk before I start my video. How's everyone doing? Yes. Peace. This is FleurBrun coming to you today. I'm a little sweaty. I'm outside on a swing as I normally are. I'm on this beautiful swing. So I'm shaking a little bit. Yes, I wanted to do a full disclosure as we are going into the disclosure. Remember, going into the Aquarian age where all must be disclosed. I wanted to keep it 1,000 with you, family. I wanted to tell you what I'm really about. Anyway, I'm being facetious and I'm being funny. I am one of the Illuminati, and I hope that this is something that you can actually accept of me. You know when agents have to tell you who they are? I'm not an agent, but I am one of the Illuminati. Not the bogus Illuminati that you hear about, not the false ones who are not upholding the light. I am truly one of the Illuminati. I am illuminating that illumination of peace, of enlightenment, of purity, of being of that information that is of the divine state of consciousness. Yes, don't get fearful, family. I am one of the Illuminati. What you've been told for the past maybe, 50 years about those who you give credit for something that they have absolutely no part of, they have no light. You give them a lot of credence and credit. I am the illuminated one. I am part of the Illuminati, and I hope that you want to join my set. I'm serious. I hope you want to be down with the Illuminati. I say this all to say that many people are always utilizing this so loosely, giving credence to beings that have nothing to do with the light. They are the dark cabal. They have no illumination. They are usually encasements without any life or soul. And many of you give them credit where credit's not due. I'm here to tell you that yes, I am one of the Illuminati. I am a nurturer and a steward of Mother Earth, Mother Tiamat. I love and I am a protector of all animals and beings on this planet. I am a guardian to the trees, to the plant life, to the aquatic beings, to the insect life, to babies and families, and to divine. Yes, I am the illuminated one. And I'm asking that each one of you join my set. It's like a gang member. I'm giving out a call. Whoever wants to be down with the Illuminati, join. All you have to do is be a steward and illuminated in all aspects and prospects of yourself. That's all you have to do to be part of the Illuminati. Of course, you have to uphold certain standards of moral and ethical practices. Part of being part of the Illuminati is you have to uphold the fullest spectrum of all aspects of light. And I do so. And I take credit for that. So I wanted to do my disclosure to you, family, that I am one of the Illuminati. And like I say, I'm recruiting for others like me. There's others like myself. They may not come out of the galactic closet, but I have. Oh, and the insects. I'm sorry, the insect family. And I say this because I get accused all the time on our platform. Big up to our family from every point, every aspect, and every point on the earth, inner earth, and galactic beings. I always get accused of being wearing colors, red. Apparently, red is some color that only the dark cabal can wear and get credit for. Listen, I wear red because I think it's beautiful and I love nature. I'm sorry I'm sweaty. I just came from working out because I ate like a rock star during the holidays. And I gotta dance in a few weeks. I gotta cinch it in, family. I appreciate my body, but I gotta work it out. Anyway, I just came from working out. So if I look a little sweaty, I come to you as is. I don't really primp myself. Sometimes I look a little prettier, but today I just am what I am. I hope you accept me as one of the Illuminati and being who I am. I enjoy wearing red. I enjoy wearing stripes. People question who I am and ask me if I'm part of the Illuminati, and I said yes, absolutely. I claim all enlightenment. I really, actually, I think I'm upholding more of the light than some of our Christian sects. And I make fun and I make light of it because it's the number one question that people will say. They will accuse me of being part of the dark cabal, and I am absolutely zero connected to any agents, Smiths, or dark cabal. But I am connected to the divine beings of this planet. I make sure that I uphold myself to the standards that I require, and I do like with others. So for that reason, yes, I am one of the Illuminati, and I plan to recruit more beings like myself. And I am taking away any status of those who have been claiming, just like 13. Remember, we took our 13 back, right, Divine? We took our 13 back. They were utilizing it for dark, demonic practices and occult practices, doing murders and doing heinous things with our number, divine number 13. They were perverting it. We took it back. What? And now we will take back our status as the Illuminati, the original bloodlines that are here for the upliftment for Mother Tiamat. That's what we will do. I claim all status of the Illuminati. If anybody asks you, say absolutely correct. If they ask you if FleurBrun is down with the Illuminati, absolutely. If they ask you, oh, sorry, it's loud out here. If they say, is she sacrificing animals and children and so on, you say, heck no. That's not FleurBrun. FleurBrun will protect nature. She is a stewardess of Mother Earth, Mother Tiamat. Why would she do that if she's illuminated? Do you see what I mean? Stop utilizing, giving these entities any more credit for stuff they don't do. They are not illuminated. That's why I call them the dark cabal. They have nothing to do with the light. They have only to do with the dark, the negative, lower field darkness. I want to use darkness because sometimes darkness can bring in the most enlightenment. They are coming from a bloodline of parasites and vampiric beings. These are beings that have zero to do with enlightenment. They harm children. They kill off the earth. They're the reasons why the forest, there's deforestation all over the planet. They're murdering our trees. They're killing animals. They're merging genetic beings that should not. It's an abomination. These are the dark cabal. Stop giving them credit. I am the Illuminati. Claim your status. Yo, like I said, I'm recruiting those who want to be down with the illuminated ones. I give zero credence to those who are doing the opposition of what being illuminated is. We've utilized terms and given credit to beings that have done nothing other than harm and heinousness and demonic type of behavior and practices on this planet. We are going to take back all these status, all our sex, all our numbers, all our divinity. We're taking it back. They've had it too long. It was never theirs to begin with. We were asleep. That's why we're okay. It's okay that we had a moment of sleep and we didn't know any better. That's okay. But now we know that that's something look up the word Illuminati and tell me why you are giving that name and that credence to those beings that are doing absolutely everything the opposition of that word. Look at the definition. I had to say that because I got accused by this young lady today of being the Illuminati, and I took full credit for it. Yes, absolutely. And like I say, I am recruiting for other enlightened beings to be part of the Illuminati with me. There are other Illuminati that represent moralistic values and uphold the light in the highest form and frequencies. There are many others like that, but they won't claim it because the word itself has been demonized and has been utilized by beings that absolutely deserve zero credit of it. That's why you never hear me call them Illuminati. You guys call them, you're giving them credit. So let's take the credit, just like the 13. When we hear 13 now, it's a positive word. It's a positive thing. So now, claim your status. If you're upholding that, not everybody's upholding that light. I can literally say, and I'm grateful that I can, that I uphold myself in an illuminated way 90% of the time. I have 10% that it's questionable. I told you I'm not perfect. I do. Oh, I'm sorry. I'm reading comments. Yeah, they're not, Coco. Thank you. They take all these words, all these symbols, and they pervert it. Like the swastika. The swastika is a Native American symbol. Actually, it comes from, I believe, no, I don't want to say believe. I believe it comes from Kemetic. It's a Kemetic symbol as well. That means something positive. I mean, look at all the things that they've taken and perverted, and y'all give them credit for it. Why are you giving them any credence? They don't deserve it. I'm not giving. If you didn't run the marathon and you didn't win the medal or whatever, why are you getting credit for it? Those are imposters of the light. You see how I sit in the sunlight? These beings can't sit in the sun because they will burn. How are they illuminated and they can't even absorb all spectrums of light? My skin, my indigenous copper skin, and others like myself, I absorb all spectrums of light. I illuminate it. I take sunlight, I transfer it into energy and food, and then I transmute it and can pass it along to others. That is a goddess. Why would I give that credit to beings that can't even sit outside with me? All they do is stay inside and do rituals and steal your light and your life force. And they take babies' life force. Why would you give credit to those type of beings for doing that? Why would you even give them that? All I'm saying is that I'm down with the Illuminati. I'm one of them. There's others like myself. And if anybody says it, yes, FleurBrun is all down. Am I an agent? 0. Am I down with the dark cabal? 0. Am I part of the governmental infiltration? 0. When people ask me if I'm an agent, listen, if I was an agent, you would not see me out with my little ones. I wouldn't talk about it. You wouldn't see me out doing practical things. I would be confusing you. I would tell you that I'm perfect and that I'm a master teacher if I was an agent. Shout out to the false light, false prophets. I would tell you things like that. I tell you that I'm a true human. I make mistakes daily, but I do uphold myself to the highest state of beings, and I'm very protective of the earth, and I do uphold the light in a very, very beautiful way. I accept that, and I'm okay with that. So yes, I'm an Illuminati. Stop giving these beings credit. And if I like wearing red, it's because it's a beautiful color. Why would they take that color? Yeah, it's a root chakra color. So when I wear red on my lips and so on, I do like wearing that. But I'm a little sexy. I like being a little sexy and a little vixen, and sometimes I like that energy. So I do promote it sometimes. It's not promoting, it's just who I am. So I don't hide it. But I like stripes too. I'm not trying to put you under mind control with my stripes. I just look better in stripes sometimes. I like it. People say, oh, subconsciously she's wearing it. She doesn't know she's under MK Ultra. No, I know why I wear it. Because I'm a thickums and it makes me look okay. It's really not that serious. So I just wanted to make this video really quickly and talk to you. And, I poke fun at these absurd accusations that come at me. And, I really don't take any personal hits from it. If one calls me something that I think is wonderful and that others have taken, I take the credit for it. I do. I do. And like I say, if the dark cabal were so enlightened, if they were part of the Illuminati, they could sit out in the sun all day. They can't. They sit in these dark quarters, manipulating society from their deep underground bases, because they can't come out in the sun. Because like I said, they would be scorched. All they do is utilize your energy to manipulate you and yours. And you let them, by watching all these demonic shows and television, which entrains your mind and conditions you. You allow them to manipulate your family through food, genetically modified food. I'm not saying y'all, but you know what I mean, generally. I mean, that's what they do. They're not illuminated in any way. They harm babies. They kill babies and they drink their blood because they're sick and they're not even human. That's what they do. They're sickos. They're not even sick. Let me explain something. These are not even sickos. I don't want to even give them that human quality. They're the ones who are minions with them doing their dirty work. You ever watch vampire shows? And you notice the vampires can't come out in the sunlight, but they always have like some sort of minion or some being that's trying to be down with the vampires, and he does all their hench work like a henchman. He walks in the day, but he looks like zombified. That's what a lot of these beings you see out here doing. They're not truly the dark cabal. The real dark cabal can't come out. They have their minions doing their dirt. And they're the ones dispersing all this madness out here, because the other ones have to utilize mind control to keep the population in a very passive negative, low field vibration, so they can feed off of you. They're the ones who go and get babies and do all this sex trade and take the babies underground. They're the ones who do, those are the humans that are low, probably don't have souls, have attachments all in them, all kinds of demonics attached to their auric field. They do the dirt and the hench work of these other beings. And these beings do what they do because they're not human. But the humans that are doing their hench work, those are the demonics. Those are the ones you should be upset about, because they're doing it for selfish reasons, for narcissistic, sociopathic reasons. Those are the ones we should have issues with. The other beings, they just do what they do because they're not human. They don't have any human compassion. They don't have compassion for, some do, some other beings do, but some don't. So we can't really get mad at a snake for being a snake, right? Because it's a snake. If you put your hand out to a snake, it may bite you. It may run away, it may bite you, but you're going to be mad at it for being who it is? No. But you can get upset at those who know what they're doing, who are not part of a snake, but act like snakes, right? So, let's reclaim our state of being. And please take away these terms that we utilize that enlighten and give more power and prestige and give these beings credence for things that they absolutely have no credit. They should get no credit for. Okay? We're taking back our planet. This is the first step. We take back all these, our symbols, our sacred geometry, our divine frequency. We take all back that they've taken from us. And under our when we're asleep, there's nothing wrong. Listen, 90% of us were asleep. Now we're awoken. We're waking up. So now take it back. And if someone says you're down with the Illuminati and you feel like you're doing good things for the planet, and you feel like you're loving to children and families, and that you want to protect all elements of Mother Tiamat right now, by all means claim that status. Be down with the set. Dexter down. I remember, like, I went to Detroit. Big up to D-Town. I went to Detroit with my ex, and his family were always saying, like, their last names are saying Dexter down, Brown down. Yes, FleurBrun is down with the Illuminati, and I hope you all will join me in that form of enlightenment. Let us reclaim it. Stop giving these beings that status. They're demonic. Would you say knowledge is no illumination? Knowledge is no illumination. There are no such thing as educated fools. Yes, I agree. I'm out here enjoying nature. I like to be by waterfalls. I want to be by a bigger waterfall. I had to get some sun today. I like to be out and about. Sometimes I don't want to be home. I like to be out in the elements, looking for fairies. I'm swinging on the swing. If you see me going back and forth, I'm on a swing. So anyway, I made this video. Tell everybody. It's disclosure. I'm disclosing who I truly am, and absolutely I claim all parts of being a part of the Illuminati. And again, make sure that you share. And I have no problem with that. And I will continue to wear more red and stripes, occasionally purple and white. And that's just how I get down. And again, let's just be more rational people. It's not that serious. It is serious, but it's not. Sometimes we give, we're just some people are just waking up, and they are going on the path of, like, the conspiracy theories, and then they start going into the Illuminati. If they're not studying us who are part of the light, then they're studying the false. Okay, I'm sorry. I always get phone calls when I make videos. I think people feel my vibration. Anyway, family, I love you. I just want to make this video. I didn't want to make it too long. I'm going to go, I'm not really fasting, but I'm raw for the next month, so I had to get some. Maybe I'll sit and eat with you. I have to make another video right after this, so I'll go home. I got to make some lunch, and my lunch is just cutting up peppers and hummus. I love peppers and hummus. Anyway, do you work with deities? I don't work with any deities. And that's what the next video is going to be about. I'm going to make another video when I get home. Yeah, I had a discussion, just a little bit of another disclosure on my what is it, FleurBrun cipher. I had another disclosure. So I'm going to have another video when I get home, but I got to have some you can wear red and not be a blood. I agree, New Age. It's absurd. Like, you know, that they demonize and they dirty up, you know, certain things, and they deteriorate the true value behind symbols, colors, and all that thing. And then when you rock it, or people get very fearful to start wearing those things, or illuminating those sacred geometric shapes or what have you, because it's been perverted. And that's sad. We should be able to do what we feel. Like, I see beautiful red flowers sometimes, and it's so gorgeous. Like, I look out in nature and I see beautiful red, or I see sometimes tiger striped flowers, and it's so beautiful. And sometimes you just want to mimic that in your clothing. Like, especially if you're really in nature a lot, you want to mimic the colors. It's beautiful the way you see it. I mean, there's you know, what is it? Mimicry is the greatest form of flattery. Like, when people mimic you, but sometimes we mimic animals, like the Native Americans would mimic animals and their movements because they admired them. We do that. So, you know, when the dark cabal do things, believe me, it's all based in, you know, some form of dark. And when I say dark, I don't mean dark in a womb kind of way. I mean in a very low frequency type of way. They do things for parasitic reasons, vampiric reasons. They're demonic in their practices and belief systems, you know, and they're not illuminated in any way. So big up to my Illuminati who are down for Mother Tiamat, and I welcome any beings who want to be down with the Illuminati. We're recruiting, and if you two are down with nature and for the upliftment of Mother Tiamat, and for children and families and trees and the aquatic life for their healthy homeostasis, you should be down with the Illuminati too. All right, so I'm gone. I'll make a video in a bit, but I gotta go eat. Bye, family. Peace.